Today we're going to install a brand new water pump on this 2018 Jeep Wrangler Cherokee, Grand Cherokee. This is the 3.6 Pinnacle Star. You can find these engines on the Durangos, on the Dodge Chargers, on the Dodge Challengers, on the Grand Cherokees, on the, did I say Wrangler already? Uh, Basically anything with a freaking Dodge. If it has a V6, it'll have a similar engine to this. All right, so I just made a video of removing all of this. Now I'm gonna make a video of installing everything back. Sweet. So I just used a green Scotch pad to clean my surface off where the water pump came off, so everything is nice and clean. We have the brand new water pump here. This is the pump number. Came with a brand new gasket. And let's insert everything into place. I am going to start off with the upper bolt. That one's going to go here. I have the bolts lined up just like so. So the way I took them, it's the way I lined them up. And now we're going to do everything just in the reverse process. All right, I started off with 2 bolts, putting it in here, and here. So that way it holds the gasket into place. So everything is lined up correctly. And then I'm just going to start threading on the other bolts. And then make my way around. And we'll secure them down. Alright, so I'm just snugging everything down. This is going to be one of the short ones that goes right here. The rest are going to be a little bit longer, and then short ones down at the bottom. Quick little note, these have little rubber O-rings, little spacers. Make sure you slide them all the way in before you insert the bolt into place. Otherwise, they might get caught in the threads. Alright, I have everything hand tightened. Spin the pump, make sure nothing is rubbing on that metal gasket behind it, and it's not. Everything sounds nice and smooth. Perfect. Alright, so now we'll tighten everything down. Alright, I made the torque specs. My drawing is not the prettiest, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All the 10s are 9 foot-pounds or 108 inch-pounds. The 13s, all the 13s, including the pulley down here in the middle or up here in the middle, will be 18 foot-pounds or 216 inch-pounds. The one in the middle will be 41 foot-pounds. That's that 16 mil. All right, so you could find diagrams online, or just kind of like count the holes, and my drawing's not the best. But anyways, while I was doing my research, I did see that they require, or they recommend putting some RTV on these upper 3 bolts. Because remember, these have some little rubber grommets, and these don't. These down here don't as well, but they recommend putting some RTV silicone, some gasket maker. So I'm going to put some RTV on these here, and then we're going to start torquing everything down to specs. Just something simple, nothing overkill. All right, I have it set to 108 inch-pounds. All right, now I do. It was the 9. But we'll start with 1, which is right here. And then we'll go all the way till it clicks. Then we'll do number 2. And we'll move all the way down to 8. Then when we do the 9, we'll do that switch. All right, so I try to do this to specs. I feel like specs are whack. I feel like it's still loose. So I went to my specs. I'm gonna set this one up to 216. Let's see what happens. And let me see, I have this one set up to 18 foot-pounds. That one does not reach the 216. So let's see what happens with this. Yeah, I don't trust those Harbor Freight pieces of crap. So I'm gonna just do it. Okay, that's enough. All right, now the idler pulley. All right, and there it is. Everything is back together. Next, what we'll do is bring in this line, start hooking everything back together, putting all the coolant lines back into place. Start with the bigger one first, then we'll put the smaller ones next. Clamp this up here. Same thing with the rest. Make sure you put the hoses back into place and clamp them into place. All right, hoses are done. Let's put on our belt back into place. All right, and there it is. The belt is back into place. Now we just got to bring it over and hook it over on the alternator. Awesome. All right, there it is, belt back into place. Now we're going to put this secondary air pump back into place. All right, I suggest putting in the 10 millimeter first, because that would be the easiest way to match that up. Then we'll put on the big bolts holding everything into place, and then secure that down with a 10 millimeter. Once you have that secured, we'll put in the bolts up here, just like so. I believe these are 16s, and we'll secure these down. Tighten this one down first before we lock it in. Sweet. Sweet. All right, and we'll attach the line to the secondary air pump back into place here. This will, actually, let's clip these on first, so it's a lot easier. There we have it. Sweet. That's still plugged in. That will go right in there. These we broke. It's okay. They just naturally work themselves there. Now we are able to install our intake piping here. We are almost done. This will slap into place here. There's a rubber grommet that goes into place here at those nipples down there. All right, and just make sure it clips into place there. Everything lines up here. Everything lines up here. Connect our intake sensor, mass airflow sensor there. We'll secure these down, and we'll use the 8 millimeter to secure these down. Just make sure they're nice and snug on both ends. Sweet. We'll put our cover back into place. This one here. We'll put that 10 millimeter holding it down. And once everything lines up, everything clips down. Pull 4 corners. And then that bolt goes right here. This is a 10 millimeter bolt. And then that cover goes right on top of that. Secure this down. There it is. That's plastic, so not too tight. We'll put this cover back into place. Sweet. We'll fill up our coolant, and then we'll start up the vehicle. We'll let it run for a little bit. We'll keep topping off the coolant, turn it off, add coolant, turn it back on, let it cool down, add more coolant, drive it around, let it cool down, add more coolant. Basically what you want to do to burp the system, get all the air out of the system. It's going to go to its highest spot, which is here. So once the air goes up here, the liquid will go down, causing this to drain down. You need to add more fluid. And that's all you have to do. Just keep an eye on it for the next couple of days and make sure it's always topped off. And you're good to go. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. There it is. No more leaks. All that is from the job we just did. Other than that, everything is dry. Sweet. Thank you for watching.